Hey guys, welcome to my Series 4 review. I'm literally filming this about 2 hours later than when I actually did the reaction, and yeah, so what I've done is I've gone through like most of my reactions, like the cliffhangers and what happened in the episodes, just very quickly, and I've compiled my thoughts down onto a piece of paper like I normally do. But yeah, I'm just going to basically talk about all the things that I usually mention in these, like my top 5 characters, least 3. I've got a couple of honourable mentions in there as well. I've got my top 3 deaths, which is a new one as well, because there was some really good moments in this series, like especially with deaths. And yeah, top 3 episodes as well. So that's what I'm going to include on this. So anything that I say, obviously, is my opinion. I know I've got a couple of opinions that other people will really not agree with, especially when it comes down to Cersei, I believe. But yeah, so we're just going to get through it in a sec, but first off I want to mention a couple of things, like, because usually when I do these I like to give a few announcements. Right, okay, so the one that I want to get out of the way, which you already know because I've mentioned it before, the questions I will do one every single time I do a Game of Thrones reaction. It will always be at the end, and I'm thinking about including the name from now of who gave me the question, so that's a nice little perk for you as well. But that's what I'm going to start to do. I'm not going to do one on this one because I've told you this is just a review. But every single time you want me to answer a question, please, I don't know, let's come up with a hashtag. I don't know. In fact, I'll let you guys come up with a hashtag for me. So I don't know. I'm not really good with hashtags. I don't even like using them. But yeah, just use a hashtag so I know it's a question that you want me to answer, because it's going to get confusing when I mention this next thing. The second kind of announcement is, obviously you guys, or a few of you might know, I'm going to be doing a really big 500 subscribers video. I've mentioned before that I've got loads of things changing for this channel, but I am not going to do any of it, literally none of it, until I hit 500. And I know it's going to be really soon, because I'm getting, day after day, it's adding up. And honestly, at the minute, I'm thanking every single one of you for pressing that subscribe button, because it's just really nice, especially for someone like me, to know that I've got like a fan base out there. It's amazing. But yeah, everything's going to change when it gets to 500. Also, the thing that I wanted to kind of mention is, part of that 500 subscribers video, I'm going to be doing a Q&A. It's not going to be a live one like I've done before, but it's going to be a planned one. And what it is it's going to be 10 questions. And I'm splitting it down. So 3 of the questions, one will be from Indy. Indy can ask me any question she wants. Winston will. And The Voice will as well. And those that you don't know who The Voice is, they basically can't come on the camera because of the job. But they're going to ask me one question as well. So that leaves 7 questions. 4 of which I will be taking from my Facebook page. I'll put the link to that in the description. So that's going to get the majority of them. So there's only 4 from that. And there's also 3 on the, like the comment section on YouTube. So what I want you to do is think, really have a massive think about what you want to ask me. So I'm only going to pick 7 different people. They're not going to be all from the same person. So yeah, have a really good think about that. And when you're ready, come to me, direct message me on Facebook. And then, yeah, just basically put hashtag Q&A. We'll do that, hashtag Q&A, for what you want to ask me in this video. So that's basically it. That's out of the way. I like to do a few announcements when I do these reviews. So yeah, first off, we're going to go into the top 5 characters. As again, if you see me looking down, that's where my paper is. So I apologise. But yeah, top 5 characters. These always change, I say, every single time. Number 5 is Varys. I'm really liking him episode after episode. I mean, he's not been in much of this series, and I don't know why really, but I feel like he's got a heart of gold, and it doesn't really show that much because there's not a lot of screen time for him. Although he's kind of saved Tyrion at the end. So I'm interested to see where that's going to take, where that's going to go from now. So that'll be good. Number 4 is Daenerys. She's gone down way in my books this series. Not because I hate her or don't like her. Obviously I don't, otherwise she wouldn't have made the list. But I'm just really not liking the direction where Game of Thrones is taking her. And the dragons as well. And I adore them dragons. So she's still caring. And you can tell that because she wouldn't have locked them dragons up. Because obviously they kind of killed that child. But I'm scared. I'm scared and I'm interested to see what's happening next for her. So we'll see. We'll see in Series 5. Number 3 is Jon Snow. Now, I really like Jon Snow, actually. When it was Series 1 or 2, I weren't a massive fan. And I don't really know why. But ever since Ygritte, ever since the left, rather, or separated, he's got stronger. And he knows who he's loyal to. And he still cares for her as well, even though she's dead. And like, as soon as he were hugging her, I got a bit teary-eyed, you know, and I don't know where he's going to go after. I'm saying this for like every single character, but I really, really don't. And it's really, really good watching Game of Thrones because you can't predict what's going to happen next, although some things you can. But me being a reactor, I don't like to think about where it's going. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 2 is Arya. Now, I love Arya because she has always been a really, really strong little kid. She's always been for herself. And ever since she made friends with a Hound, although they weren't really friends, but you could tell they were, even though they don't like to admit it. But ever since them two, she's came into herself, if you know what I mean. And every series she's getting stronger. So, I'm saying it again, I don't know where she's going to go from here. And I'm going to probably say it for the next one as well. Oh my god, this is just so embarrassing, but you really, really don't. And that's what I love about Game of Thrones. You just can't predict. But yeah, she's got better and better. Number 1. It's never really changed, I don't think. Number 1 will always be Tyrion. He's my favourite character. And I really, really thought he was going to die in that episode that I've just watched. Episode 10. But he's one to watch. I mean, since he killed his father and Shay, not a lot of people can do that. Killed a person that they love and a father. So I reckon he's going to go on a big breakdown. Like, he's going to go mad. And I think he's going for Cersei next. I really do. So we'll see. Anyway, I've got a honourable mention. I'm including them because, like, on these lists I like to include people that are still living, so you know who I'm enjoying watching when they come on screen. But a honourable mention is Oberyn. It was a 1-series wonder. He lasted how many episodes? Was it 8? 8 episodes from 1 to 8. Yeah, he lasted them episodes and he was phenomenal. I loved him, and especially in Kingsman. I don't know if you've seen that, but he was amazing in Kingsman. I'm not going to give any spoilers for that, but yeah, go see that. If you like Oberyn, you will like Kingsman. You really, really will. But yeah, I'm just really sad he's died. I'm so sad about it. But I like the actor. I really like the actor, and I will be looking up some of his other work because he's really, really good. Honestly, I think he's really, really mint. So yeah, that's that one. Next is the least 3 characters for me, like my least favourite 3. Now, here's one you're not going to expect. I said to you a few episodes ago, I'm going to keep on trying to like a particular character until the end. That is my mission. And she's made it onto this list. Number 3 is Cersei. Now, I can still understand why she's doing the things that she's doing. She has always done it for a family. I get that. That's why I'm trying to like her. She is a bitch. And she can be evil. But she's not doing it for herself. That's my opinion. So I have been told by a couple of friends, like when I said that I'm really trying to like them until the end, I've been told by a couple of friends that is going to test you. If that's how I want to handle it, it's going to test me. So what more can she do? You know what I mean? And the thing that's got me thinking is, will her other son die? Because if her other son dies, she has literally got no one other than Jamie. And I know that I've mentioned that I don't like thinking about what's going to happen soon. But if her son dies, and if Jamie leaves her, she's literally on her own, so she will go cuckoo. So that's kind of why I'm scared, but we'll see. Anyway, number 2 is, I'm including them on this list. Main reason is because I just get bored of them. So that's why they're my least favourite character. And this is where I think this will divide opinion. Stannis. I just don't like him. I like Sir Davos. I like him. Can you hear ice cream van? I actually really fancy ice cream. I've got some in the freezer. I might have some in a minute. But anyway, yeah, I just don't like Stannis. For me, he's just so boring. And I know Sir Davos says that he's the one true king. But Daenerys is always going to be the queen for me. And she needs to take that throne. But yeah, I just don't like him. It could change. I've forgotten the name of him now. Reek. What's his real name? This is really going to bug me now. Yeah, well, Reek, I didn't like him I think in series 1 and 2, and then he got good in series 3. So it could change with Stannis. We'll see. That is really going to bug me now what his name is. I'm going to look that up straight away. But yeah. Anyway, number 1 is Ramsay. Now, as said in the last series review, I enjoy watching him. And that's still true. But I feel like the progression of his character has got a bit weaker as the episodes go on. So, I don't know. I don't like where it's going. I'm still trying to think of Reek's real name. It'll come to me. It will come to me. And you're all shouting it at the screen. I know you will be. But, yeah, there you go. Anyway, new section. Top 3 deaths. Now, these deaths isn't the ones that I'm cheering on, obviously. These are just the biggest deaths that was really, really well done, well acted, some of which were a surprise, etc. But number 3, rather, is Ygritte. I love Ygritte. I love the relationship with Jon Snow, but she just died from nowhere when she got shot by that kid, and it was so heartbreaking for me to watch. I was absolutely devastated about it. But I know that they're a couple in real life, and that's great. Because I think them two are so perfect together. Next up is number 2, and that is Joffrey. Now, the thing about that episode is that just came from nowhere as well. And you know, since series 1, I have been praying for this to happen. And it's only taken till series 4, episode 2 to come on. But I am just so glad that he's out of the picture. And I feel like I've enjoyed Game of Thrones a lot more now he's gone. Because I just wanted to punch him in the face every time he came on. I mean, fair play to the actor. Because he played that really well. Never seen him in anything else. But yeah, I'm just glad he's gone. I'm so glad. And I was so happy as soon as I finished that episode. I was just so happy for the rest of the night. So I was with Winston. And I just couldn't stop giggling. But yeah, number 1 as well, like the top death for me, is Oberyn. Now, I am still devastated about that. As you know, I've mentioned it in this video. But that was such a good fight scene. That was so good. Like, you literally don't know who's going to win or lose. And the fact was, he was winning as well. And then all of a sudden, his feet got flipped or whatever, and he got his head exploded. Which isn't nice when you think about it. But, yeah. Anyway, it was good. But it was bad. Next up is the top 3 episodes. Just going to quickly go through them. These are my top 3 episodes that I enjoyed the most. Not going to really talk about them a lot because I've already gone through it all, really. But number 3 is, and I forget the name of it, The Lion and the Rose. That was episode 2 where Joffrey died. That was a great episode, the wedding and everything, and it was honestly just really, really good at the end. I can't stress enough. Like, when them dwarfs came out, I was kind of pissing myself. Then I realised, oh wait, this is actually awful. And then it just got great from there. You know, it just played with your emotions and what you thought was going to happen, or it did with me anyway. That might be because I was drunk. Number 2 is The Children. As I've mentioned before, I loved that episode. That was so good. Like, the amount of deaths in that episode. Who did we have? We had Tywin, who died on the shitter. I mean, you don't want to go there, do you? But there was Tywin. I've only just watched it and I can't remember who died. There was so many. Tywin, Shay, the Hound. Although I don't think the Hound is dead. I've just got a feeling because you didn't actually see him die, and I know that it was about to pop his clogs. But you didn't see him die, so that's making me question, is he going to come back? So we'll see about that one. But yeah, it was a great episode. And my top episode is The Watchers on the Wall. From start to end, there was no dull bits. Loved every single bit of it. And there was so many great fight scenes. And there was some real heart in the episodes as well. Between the Watchers. It was great. And I'm hoping for more episodes like that. I'm told by Winston and one of my other mates at work, The Battle of the Bastards. I've heard that's a good episode, and they've told me I'm going to really enjoy that one. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what series that is. I think it's 6, that one. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there because I've rambled on and I'm sick of hearing myself talk. So let me know what you think to this, and don't forget, please, 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 send in your questions. Remember, send in the hashtags and make up your own hashtag for the questions, just so I know what you're asking me. And please send in questions for the big 500 video. So yeah, I will see you very, very soon. The next episode will be out the beginning of next week, I believe. You might even get one on Sunday. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not making commitments, but I'm doing my best. Anyway, I'll speak to you later, guys. Take care. I will see you very soon. Bye.